Hey guys, before we start this episode, I wanted to talk to you about Type 1 Lifting. So, Type 1 Lifting is a clothing line that proceeds of the shirts and tanks and everything else goes to the Children's Diabetes Foundation. So, this all came about with me and seeing a 5-year-old girl in the emergency department that had new onset of diabetes. So, just take a look at the website. It's www.type1lifting.com. So just check it out. If you don't buy anything, that's perfectly fine. I would just like for you just to take a look and just see what we have. So, like I said before, www.type1lifting.com. And guys, I hope you enjoy the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Liftoff. This is the second season of the Liftoff, so thank you for tuning in. Today I want to talk about some CrossFit news, my holidays with diabetes, and some new gear, and also the next guest coming out tomorrow. So in CrossFit news, Men's Health posted an article in the January-February of 2021 issue. It's pretty funny because I haven't bought a Men's Health magazine in years, and this one came out about CrossFit, which kind of intrigued, sparked my interest. So I went through like 6 different stores and I couldn't find it until I finally went to Barnes and Noble, and it was not in the magazine rack, but it was like somewhere in this like back corner where I randomly saw it on the cash register. So I was lucky I actually found this. But so it talks about how Eric Roza, the new CEO of CrossFit, went to meet with Dave Castro for the first time and talk about CrossFit, because this whole issue happened. Greg Glassman was the original CEO of CrossFit, started it, implemented it, made the games, pretty much made CrossFit. During when George Floyd passed away and COVID, he had a couple remarks on Twitter that were really, really inappropriate, and he had at least 500 of the CrossFit gyms de-affiliate from CrossFit, and as well, a lot of the CrossFit athletes back out of the CrossFit Games. So they go about, in this story in Men's Health, about how it came to be, the incident with Greg Glassman, how it absolutely tanked and pretty much broken all of CrossFit, and how Eric Roza was able to buy it, and what they're looking to do in the future of CrossFit. It's about, I think, a 4-page article. I pretty much only bought that magazine just for that. But they do talk about how Dave Castro and Eric Roza went on a hike in Aromas, California, where the ranch is, and they talked about where CrossFit was going and where they both would like to see where it's going in the future. It's pretty funny because after Greg Glassman left and stepped down from the CEO position, Dave Castro was the CEO before it was bought out by Eric Roza. So that was, they actually talked about that, how that was an interesting conversation and meetup of the new CEO from the former CEO. They also talk about trying to get diversity into CrossFit, because obviously CrossFit is very expensive for a monthly membership. They could range from $80 to, I've seen $300 a month. So what they're doing is they do have scholarship programs for some people that they they help pay for their monthly membership to the gym, and they also do scholarships for kids in underprivileged communities to get their level 1 certification, so they can kind of get a job in the field that they like, and also potentially get a gym in that area. So I really did like that idea that they've been doing. Actually, that was the first time finding out they actually did this. And they definitely want to be more diverse, because even in the level 1 classes, they said in the article that pretty much the majority of the people that were getting their level 1s were white, and they want to get more diverse within the community, which I agree they should, because with the price of a gym membership, a lot of people can't afford it. I can't afford it. Other people can't afford it. So I thought it was great that they're trying to get all these different cultures, ethnicities into these gyms, and make CrossFit thrive in the future, which I'm really, really excited for. Also in CrossFit news, the Open's coming around. Sign up, I believe, starts February 7th, but they had a news article on YouTube that I saw. So they have a version of the Open where you could do it at your house with equipment and non-equipment. And it's a 3-week, Open, which is a lot different compared to the 5 weeks, that has been happening before in the prior years. So with the equipment, they said you needed a barbell, weights, a pull-up bar, a plyo box, and I believe 1 dumbbell. They didn't say dumbbells on it, but they just said a dumbbell. So it's probably maybe just a 50-pound dumbbell for guys, 35 for women. And they didn't really say anything about medicine balls or really anything else. With the pull-up bar, I really don't think they're going to be doing muscle-ups, because a lot of people, when they have their pull-up bars, it's like pretty much right at the ceiling. So I don't think muscle-ups are going to be involved, or really any crazy gymnastics piece in the Open, because of this whole COVID thing, and a lot of gyms are locked down. So I'm actually looking forward to possibly doing it in my basement. There's a couple gyms in my neighborhood that I can kind of hop in and do the Open there. But we'll see what happens. I want to see kind of where the workouts are and what they look like. Because for me, when I do the workouts, especially with the pull-up bar, the way my gym and my basement's set up, it's almost like an L. So my, weightlifting area is right in the middle of the room, and then kind of I could walk over and do the pull-ups that way. But the problem is the camera angle might be a little tough. So I may have to have somebody hold the camera, watch me do the reps, and I have a judge do the counting as well. But we'll see. I'm actually looking forward to it, especially with the 3 weeks, because 5 weeks, I know, took a lot of time away from my family, even though it's like an hour long. But, it's just too much effort to try to get there, do the workout, then head home. So especially with 2 kids. So I'm really looking forward to this. So for Christmas, I typically get some new clothing from, especially gym clothing, from Sharpen the Axe. So Sharpen the Axe is a clothing line through Misfit Athletics, which I am a big fan of their programming. They have joggers, t-shirts, shorts, sweatpants, hats, pretty much the whole lineup. I don't get shirts because I really don't need them, because I make my own shirts. But I got a pair of joggers and 2 pairs of shorts from Sharpen the Axe for Christmas, and I love them. The joggers are my favorite pair of sweatpants I've ever bought. They're super comfortable. They have 4 pockets, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Very breathable, and yeah, they're pretty long for my 6'6" frame, which is pretty good. And they're not like super tight compared to other joggers you see around that are like almost skin tight and it kind of looks silly. But yeah, those are good. And actually, the 2 pairs of shorts that I got are super comfortable. They're long, so I mean, especially with my, like I said before, my 6'6" frame. I have longer legs, so they actually go down to just about above the knee, which is what I'm looking for. So if you have a chance to check out their website, it's called sharpentheaxe.com, and I believe if you use maybe one or two athletes from Misfit Athletics. They have a promo code that you can get like 10% off. But there's actually some articles of clothing that are like $14 or even less than that. So, go check it out. It's an unpaid sponsor review. So I'm not making any money off of these guys whatsoever. But I really like their clothing. So go check it out and see what you think. So my couple weeks with diabetes, because I took some time off of podcasting and talking to you guys. My holidays were pretty good. Actually, no, they were really good. Sorry. But with diabetes, I did pretty well, except for this last weekend. So for some reason, especially today, which was, I'm doing this on Sunday, my sugars have been in the low to mid 200s all day, and I don't know why. It's just very, very frustrating. Everyone knows that it's a diabetic. Diabetes is very, very stressful, and it's a numbers game all the time, and you're just thinking about the numbers all the time. So I don't know what happened today. Maybe I'm a little under the weather. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to getting back to normalcy, working on Monday instead of, having Christmas and New Year's, and just be like all over the place with dinner and stuff like that. So I think once I have the normal food that I typically eat, I think it'll be better for my blood sugar. So I'm looking forward to that. And also for Christmas, I got a couple new things for the podcast I'm looking forward to. I'm trying to upgrade. Instead of using my phone, use a couple other pieces. I actually have a Zoom H5 recorder that I'm trying to figure out. So I'm watching YouTube videos on that. So I'm looking to get better sound and, give you guys better quality. So looking forward to that. So thank you for tuning in as well. I forgot to tell you, my next guest for Tuesday is Kelly Wild. She is a returning guest. I was very grateful for her to come back on here and just, shoot the breeze and talk about her experience with the American Open. It's a weightlifting competition for America, and they did it virtually. So we talked about how it was like virtually and how she did. So that's coming out Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. I'm looking forward to some other amazing guests. This year is going to be big with guests. I am reaching out to everybody that I want to interview, and I'm looking forward to it. I actually had one that didn't want to do it because he just doesn't have the time, which is perfectly fine. Maybe another time, but I'm really looking forward to this lineup I have. So once again, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and looking forward to you guys listening to the Kelly Wild interview. All right, have a good day.